How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another Destiny 2 build. In this video, we're going to be looking at the Strand Hunter. And for this build, you're going to have infinite suspending for your grenades and your class ability, and also your tangles. Be sure to hit that like button, and let's get right into it. And the exotic I was using for this build is called the 6 Coyote. You gain a second dodge charge. Let's start with the abilities. The first ability is Gambler's Dodge. Because every time I would dodge near a target, I would get my melee ability back. And also, when you're using Ensnaring Slam on a target, you do not get your melee ability back. So the only way you can get your melee ability is by dodging near a target. I was using Triple Jump, and for the Strand melee, I was using Threaded Spike. I was using Shackle Grenade because you can suspend more targets. And here's what Shackle Grenade does. A thrown weapon of weighted strand matter that detonates on impact, suspending targets and creating additional suspending projectiles. Here's what Suspend does. Suspends immobilized targets with a web of strand matter. It lifts them into the air while they're suspended. And also, when killing a target while they're suspended, also drops a tangle. Here are the two aspects I was using. The first aspect is Whittle Silk. You have an additional grenade charge. The next aspect is Ensnaring Slam. Activate your air move to consume your class ability energy and dive to the ground, suspending all nearby targets on impact. Using this ability extends class ability cooldown time. Here's are the 4 fragments that I was using. The first one is Thread of Continuity. Suspend, Unravel, and Server effects applied to targets have increased duration. The next mod is Thread of Warding. Picking up an Orb of Power grants Woven Mail. If you guys do not know what Woven Mail does, here's what it is. It greatly reduces any incoming non-precision damage. The next fragment is Thread of Generation. Dealing damage generates grenade energy. Here's the last fragment. It's called Thread of Mind. Defeating suspended targets grants class ability energy. As soon as I suspend an enemy, I would might as well use this exotic shotgun called Conditional Finality. And here's what it does. It's called Paracausal Pellets. Landing nearly all stasis pellets will freeze targets, and also landing nearly all solar pellets will ignite targets. So whenever a target is suspended in mid-air, I would rush towards that target and shoot them with the shotgun. I could either freeze them or ignite them. The energy weapon I was using is a void submachine gun called Unforgiven. The perks I was using is Feeding Frenzy and Frenzy. The power weapon that I was using is a Strand machine gun called Circular Logic. I got mine with Offhand Strike and Target Lock. And the origin trait for this machine gun is called Nanotech Tracer Rockets. Landing multiple hits turns your next shot into a homing micro rocket. So whenever I spawn in a tangle with my Strand abilities, I could shoot that tangle with my Strand machine gun, and I can suspend targets that are around the blast radius of the tangle. Let's head to the helmet. The first mod I was using Heavy Ammo Finder. It increases the drop chance of heavy ammo on kill, so I can use my machine guns more often. I was initially going to use Dynamo. It reduces super cooldown when using your class ability near targets, but whenever I use my Ensnaring Slam, it doesn't count towards this perk. The only times it does count is when I actually dodge near a target. So instead of putting Dynamo, I put Heavy Ammo Finder. The next mod is Strand Siphon. Rapid Strand Weapon Final Blows creates Orbs of Power. And the next mod is Void Siphon. Rapid Void Weapon Final Blows creates an Orb of Power. Let's head to the Gauntlet. For all of the 3 mods I was using is Bolstering Detonation. Grants class ability energy when you cause damage with a grenade. Next, let's head to the exotic. It's called the 6th Coyote. What this exotic chest does is that it gives you a second dodge charge. Here's what I was using for the mods for the chest. I was mostly using resistance mods, so I was using one for solar resistance, void, and arc. Let's head to the boots. And for the boots, I was using Recuperation, replenishes health every time you pick up an Orb of Power. Next mod is Strand Weapon Surge. Your Strand weapons gain a small bonus to damage while they have any armor charges. And the next mod is Kinetic Weapon Surge. Your kinetic weapons gain a small bonus damage while you have any armor charges. And let's head to the cloak. For the cloak, I was using Time Dilation. Your decaying armor charges have a longer duration. So for the default timer, it was 10 seconds, and now it's going to be 15 seconds with this mod. I was going to replace my Time Dilation with Reaper. After using your class ability, your next weapon final blows spawn an Orb of Power, but the only time this counts is when you only dodge. It doesn't count when you use your Ensnaring Slam on a target. The 2 other mods I was using is Bomber, reduces grenade cooldown when using your class ability. And for the seasonal mods, I was using Strand and Void authorized mods. Here's what the authorized mod does. The armor energy cost of all armor mods affecting your Void weapons or Strand weapons are significantly discounted. The The next seasonal mod I was using is Volatile Flow. Picking up an Orb of Power grants your void weapons volatile rounds. The next seasonal mod is Untangler. Destroying a tangle with a strand weapon suspends targets damaged by the explosion. So whenever a tangle drops, I would use my machine gun to hit the tangle, and it will suspend the target. Here's the next seasonal mod. Defiant Armory greatly improves the benefits provided by the Noble Deeds, Nanotech Tracer rounds, Nanotech Tracer rockets, in which case it's my machine gun, Tech Balance Stock, and Ambush Origin trait. So now with this perk, I would be able to shoot more of my micro rockets. The next seasonal mod is Shattered Orbs. The first time you break a combatant shield, you create an Orb of Power if you break the shield with the matching damage type. Next, we have Bricks from Beyond. Defeating a powerful combatant with a void weapon has a chance to generate heavy ammo for you and your allies. That's why I was using a void submachine gun. Last but not least, for our seasonal mods, we have Threaded Blast. Destroying a tangle with a strand weapon creates a larger and more damaging explosion. So for this build, you have 3 options to suspend a target. Is 1, using your Gambler's Dodge, 2, using your Shackle Grenades, or 3, shooting your tangle with your Strand machine gun. If you want to destroy every single enemy in your path with just your fist, check out this video. I made a build on the Arc Hunter. If you guys are interested into this suspending Strand Hunter build, the dim link would be in the link of the description. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button and also subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.